Hello and welcome to this special interview here on Money Paathshaala. We have all, at some point, bought things from artisans. Recently, the Prime Minister of the country himself acknowledged the contribution of India's artisans. However, there is always this belief that despite them putting in a lot of hard work and effort and talent, somehow they do not get the correct kind of remuneration that they should be getting. How do we make our Indian artisans get the market that they deserve to be able to put out their products? That is the space in which Ruchi Agarwal, who was the founder of Swadeh, is trying to work hard at. And she's here with me today. Ruchi, wonderful talking to you. You're doing terrific service to try and bring India's artisans, into the common marketplace. And my first question, therefore, is how are you helping India's artisans?
So, Vivek, firstly, thank you for having me over. And so Swadeh is something that we're trying to preserve the traditional craftsmanship and the skills of the artisans, and we're trying to the skills which has been passed through generations in their family. We're trying to bring that, which was somewhere lacking due to lack of marketability and the know-how. So we is this where Swadeh comes into picture, where we take the traditional art forms which is dying and out of existence, and we're trying to bring them back to the end consumer, but in a more designer and a contemporary way in which they can accept it. Uh,
Hmm.
so we are trying to, like, for instance, if you see our pots, designer pots. So typically we have a mindset of getting, a metallic or a plastic gamlas for our homes, but because that is what is readily accessible to us.
Hmm.
But with this, Swadeh, what is doing is bringing these artists in work to get into picture and give them work and get their skills come up, and in a very beautified way we are doing it, so that the end consumer can accept it, and it's as beautiful as your metallic and ceramic containers, but at the same time these are all eco-friendly, so we are taking care of the environment as well.
Hmm. Hmm. And are there any specific cities that you are targeting, Ruchi, from where these artisans are or their work? I know that you are looking at the weaving industry of artisans in Kashmir.
Yes.
And are there any other pockets, if you can tell us about, where you're finding some great work being done?
Yes, so we have spread from Kashmir, the way top on the north, and to the central and the west, which is Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan. And we are also looking at south and the east. We are aspiring soon. So we are going to come up with some unique traditional art forms in those country cities as well.
Hmm.
So basically our target consumer is someone who's looking at the home decor product, and so the demand, we are going to increase the demand for that kind of a product and that kind of artistic product, basically, if you tell it. So the more the demand will be there, the more we will be able to connect with artisans and get the work from them, and in a similar way we can make it reachable to the end consumer.
Ruchi, one of the biggest issues that people talk about is the fact that while these artisans make something at an X price, by the time it reaches the consumer, it is X plus, you know, multiple times. But
Yeah.
they don't get the benefit of that. It goes to whoever is picking it up, branding it, and putting their brand on it and selling it. So, what and how are you trying to ensure that the artisan, of course, I mean, if you're bringing them on a platform, obviously there has got to be a business sense to it, but uh, how are you ensuring that they get the maximum margins for the product that they're selling?
Yes, you're right. So, no doubt, if you talk about artistic products, they are priced at a level for their uniqueness, the kind of craftsmanship that goes into it. But I think what we are doing is we are trying to get consistent business with them and getting them repeated business, so that they can survive with their livelihood, and they get that kind of business basically. So the consistency and the rapport that we build with the artisans is something that we are looking at, and to create that market and the demand for that kind of artistic products. So the demand increases, so we kind of connect with artisans more and then create that kind of a revenue for them. So we are talking with them for the profitability also, that how we can work together, and more of our sourcing norms are more ethical, and we are driven by the social responsibility. So we work on those grounds basically. So yeah, so we are trying to, no doubt it's an erratic business, they don't get, but we're trying to align that kind of a business and get kind of a revenue and the consistency in the kind of products that we give to the end consumers.
Before you, set out to do this at Swadeh, you must have done a lot of research. And, nowadays, as I mentioned in my introduction, even the highest levels of government are recognizing the importance of India's artisans. What's the kind of potential industry or business that we are looking at about how much they actually produce or can produce?
So, according to me, it's like the potential business varies from depending upon the specific product or the market demand or the support that they receive. So, no doubt these products are at a premium pricing and all, but it's all myth. So, what the myth we are trying to cut down here is these products, artistic products, can also be available to the end consumers at a very affordable price. At the same time, they are getting a good quality of products. So also these high quality artistic products are very well demand in for exports. So if we try to export these and come up with new markets and revenue systems, we can generate foreign currency in the country and get that inflow also. So that's how we are trying to support. And even our Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi ji, also tweeted about the Namda rugs, which is something we have introduced and launched in Swadeh, wherein the skillful women artisans are working and doing their creativity and showing their creative art in that kind of thread work that they create. So they are creating their masterpieces, which is in their intake, beautifying our homes. So it's kind of we are trying to bring that art again back to the lives of end consumers, and making it very much reachable and affordable prices.
So are you already a B2C driven company, or are you at this point more a B2B, that you bring in an artisan community and connect them to a ultimate or eventual sourcer, if I may say so, for their product? Or are you already into a B2C platform where they come and you put their products out and people can buy directly?
No, so we are more right now we are B2C, wherein it's we are getting the products made from them, and we are making it reachable to the end consumers. And we are also looking forward for B2B, wherein we are giving it these products are going as a corporate giftings for festives and all. So, and we are also targeting these chain of stores, wherein our products would be on their shelves. So it's somehow that's how the reach becomes wider for the end consumer to see the product and then buy. So we have our online presence as well. So but we are trying to expand and put across in the stores, different stores, the home stores where we have home decor. So we are trying to put our products on their shelves, so that more and more people can come and once they look at the product, they can really understand how the artists have worked on it and how skillful the product has come out to be.
Hmm. Hmm. One final question, Ruchi. What about the scalability issue for an artisan? Many of them are communities, as you said, which have been carrying on a tradition over a
Yes.
long period of time. And probably one of the challenges they face is the fact that they are not they don't have the resources to make what they're making on a bigger scale.
Right.
How do you feel that problem can get solved?
So what we are trying to do is, as we get the volumes in the products, so we have the production unit done. So we are trying to give them the resources what they need from our end. We are trying to make things, the place, very much, kind of some kind of a place where they can work at, and whatever they need from our end, we're trying to give it to them. Maybe, that could be a place or a workplace, or create that kind of an environment. Or maybe if they need some kind of these products are basically, they don't need too much of a machinery kind of a thing. It's all handmade basically, so it's all handcrafted. So it's their own skills and their hands what they use in making these. It's just that the kind of environment and the relationship that we create with them matters in a long run relationship basically for the business.
It's been wonderful talking to you, Ruchi Agarwal. Thank you very much. You're doing some great work, and I do hope
Thank you.
and wish you all the very best. This is something so important for not just business, but also at the same time encouraging and helping vast communities, across the country. You've touched
Absolutely.
North, you've touched Kashmir, you're looking at
Yes.
Central India. I hope very soon you can go across India and
Yes.
bring out these stories. Thank you very much, Ruchi. Wish you all the
Thank
best.
you. My pleasure to be here. Thank you so much.